Hello guys, welcome to the show. I hope everyone is doing just fine. I want us to watch this video. It was about a church incident that happened in Kenya a couple of months ago. And the reason I am bringing this video for all of us to watch is because we have all heard about the scandals being leveled against the popular man of God, TB Joshua. Now, most of us cannot say for sure whether or not he is guilty. We are not the policemen to draw that conclusion. We were not there when these must have or must not have taken place. We do not know for sure if those people who are accusing him are just mainly liars, just distractors, just people who are trying their best to bring down the name of the man of God. We don't know that. So we cannot really draw any conclusion about something we do not know for sure. But I want us to watch this other video because this one we can see some proof in it. We can really understand what is going on. So let's watch here. And I have been very straightforward with this opinion. I respect people's belief. I think that believing in something greater than yourself is an excellent thing. I believe people should worship whatever they think makes them happy. And I think that if someone is just worshiping their God and not attacking or harming other people, they should be left to live their lives. If someone is engaging in idol worshiping and that individual is not attacking, harming the society or people around him, then by all means, go ahead, do what you want to do. But if people are out there using the name of God to harm other people, then I think that is wrong. And if anyone does that, if it is proven beyond any reasonable doubt that an individual has engaged in activities that have been detrimental or that has harmed or hurt other individuals, that said person, no matter who they are, must be held accountable. No one is above the law. No one should be allowed to hurt other individuals. It doesn't matter who you are. Everyone is answerable to the law. And if anyone broke the law, if anyone go out there doing things that hurt other people, they should be held accountable. Finish. There is no other way out. They must be held accountable. So I want us to go through this article I saw online. It's about the incident in Kenya that you just watched. And let's see what this BBC article is talking about. So the headline says, Kenya court leader Paul Mackenzie faces terror charges over mass death. A suspected Kenyan court leader is to be charged with murder and terrorism over the death of more than 400 people found in the mass graves, prosecutors say. Paul Mackenzie was arrested in April after the discovery of hundreds of bodies of some who were said to have starved themselves to death. Kenyan prosecutors say that he and 94 others will be charged in court in Malindi on Wednesday. The self-proclaimed pastor has denied responsibility for the deaths. The bodies of 429 people, including children, have been dug up from grave sites in Shekahola, a remote forest about 2 hours' drive west of Malindi. Most showed signs of starvation, but some children among them may have been assaulted. You can hear the claims, right? 429 individuals lost their lives as a result of a man of God telling them, or I don't know if they use superstitions or not, but brainwashing them into starving themselves to death. How can you, a full grown up person, let yourself be convinced into committing something like this, or in the name of our religion? How can you sit back and watch someone you love starve themselves to death? The whole thing of born again churches in Africa is a call for concern. And whenever I say this, people are angry about it. People think that I am against them and their God. No, that's not it. Even in the Bible, it is said that false prophet will arise and will use my name to commit atrocities. There are a lot of wolves in sheep clothing. There are a lot of people who claim to be men of God who are not. And until an awareness is being brought to this, and until people get to understand that it's not any person who moves around with a Bible actually practices what they preach, many people will keep on falling victims to situations like this. It is our job, those of us who are more knowledgeable, it is our job to bring more awareness onto this subject. Many people do not know better. Many people in our communities do not know better. Many people in our villages do not know better. Many people believe in their man of God. Many people have trusted men of God to guide them, to protect them, to fend for them, to fight for them. They have trusted men of God wholeheartedly. And these so-called men of God are using the weaknesses of those individuals against them. And we cannot just sit back and watch. We cannot just let them run wild, or in the name of being men of God. We cannot do that. Because remember, evil prevails when good men do nothing. I will say this again. Evil prevails when good men sat there and did nothing. If we who are more aware on this particular subject just stay back and do not do anything, we are also guilty. If we saw men of God just pretending to be one, just using the cap of men of God to hurt individuals, to extort people, to steal from people, and we just sat there and watch and don't do anything, what does that say about us? Are we more righteous than the criminal man of God? Can we really claim to be moral upright, to have more moral values when we sat there and watch common people and watch less informed people being taken advantage of by men of God. Now, let me be clear. Let me be very clear. Like in every society, people differ. There are good people, there are bad people. Same in the clergy world. There are good men of God and there are terrible men of God. They are. So we cannot just use a broad stroke across all of them. We must be able to single out those men of God who are not practicing what they preach. Those men of God who care only about tithes and offerings. Those men of God who do not care about the salvation of their followers, but rather what the followers will give to them as donations, as tithes, and as offerings. We must educate people on what to be watchful about. But let's finish this article. Mr. Mackenzie is alleged to have encouraged members of his Good News International Church to move there and prepare for the end of the world. This is crazy talk. This individual has lost his mind. One witness told the BBC that people were given instructions in January last year to begin fasting so that they could get to heaven. People should starve themselves, to fast themselves to death so that they can do what? Get into heaven. Whatever that means. But Mr. Mackenzie has said the debts could not be down to him as he closed his church in 2019. Investigators had asked for his time in custody to be extended several times as they continued their investigations. They said their inquiries had now gathered enough evidence to charge him and the others with offenses including murder, assault, and facilitating the commission of a terrorist act. They are also facing a charge of subjecting a child to torture, according to a statement from the Director of Public Prosecutions. The charges were listed a week after the court gave the prosecutors a fortnight deadline to make them public or face the possibility that the suspect could be released. Out of the 94 suspects, 64 had been found in Shakahola and were initially treated as victims and moved to a rescue center. This is so mind-boggling. When you hear a story like this, you cannot wrap your head around. How can somebody brainwash people into killing themselves? And how can a total of 429 people died and they are just buried without anybody raising the alarm? Like if someone dies, they're just buried. Do they even contact the family of the individual who died? Do they even do that? So they're just buried. So listen, my brothers and sisters, I will say what I have always been saying. Believe if you may. It's your right to do so. It's your decision to do so. It's your choice to do so. But be very careful. Be very, very careful. Be very, very careful. Sometimes things might be way more sinister than you might thought. But you guys out there, share your thoughts and opinion with us in the comment section below. What is your take on this breaking news from Kenya? Do you think that these individuals who lost their lives are maybe foolish or stupid to have starved themselves to death? Or were they somehow held against their wishes? Why would somebody starve themselves to death? Why would someone listen to anyone who told them that fasting yourself to death was the right way to meet God? Why? Let us know in the comment section below, because like always, we love hearing what you have to say. Thank you very much for doing just that. And please don't forget to like this video, share this video, subscribe to this channel, because that helps us a lot. I shall forever be grateful to you. So thank you very much for doing just that. And like always, see you in the next one.